Welcome, race fans, to the fourth race here for the ISRL League here on iRacing. The fourth season. And in the booth tonight, as always, is Dennis Iceman here for Extreme Racing TV. These guys are still out here getting their laps in, getting warmed up here before we get qualifying here. Right now we got Camper in first place with an 18.54, Kirker in second with an 18.59, Kahn in third with an 18.609, and Costello in fourth. Well, let's go ahead and get down to the points here. And these are from after the race last week. So right now we got Jared Washon. He's moved up one spot. He's in first place with 127 points. We got Aiden Kirker in second, down a spot with 125. Chase Paulquette, he's up 8 spots with 114. Michael Dorsey, he's up 4 spots with 111. Anthony Colantuno is at 109, didn't change at all, still in 5th spot. In 6th spot, we got Zach Lindgren, down 3 spots at 102. 7th, we got Brian Bick at 99. 8th, we got Tyler Kahn at 97. 9th, we got Joseph Costello at 95. And rounding out your top 10 in points is Joshua Corner. He's at 94 points. 11th, we got Clinton Seymour. He's at 94 as well. 12th, we got Robert Hine. He's at 91. 13th, we got Connor Trafari. He's up 5 spots from last race, 291 points. 14th, Kyle Camper. He's only down 1 spot at 88 points. 15th, James Rader. He is up 4 spots with 85. 16th, we got Daryl Arnold. He is dropped down 2 spots at 84. 17th, we got Josh Duke. He's at 83 points. 18th, we got Diego Reldin at 78 points. And in 19th spot, we have Richard Kirker. He's up 1 spot with 76. In 20th, we got Paul Reckley. He's also at 76 points. 21st, we got Seth Wentworth. He's up 3 spots at 71 points. Alexander Hyder, he dropped down 12 spots. He's sitting at 67 points. 23rd, we got Eddie Spurrell. Unchanged from last race. He's at 65 points. Jake Baker is in 24th at 46 points. Brandon Sampson, he's at 40 points. Cody Hampton's at 37 points. 27th, we got Jason Gallagher. He's at 35 points. And Logan Solly, he's at 32 points, rounding out the top 28 here in points. All right, now these guys are just trying to get the mindset down here for North Wilkesboro. It is not an easy track, especially in these Gen 4 cars with the high horsepower. Go ahead and pull up the race info here. We've got the air temp of 85, a track temp of 89, humidity at a whopping 96%, so it is humid out there with cloudy skies and winds coming at 24 miles an hour. North Wilkesboro Speedway features a unique uphill backstretch as well as a downhill front straightaway. The last points race for the Cup Series was back in September 29th of 1996. This Cup Series did not return, as most of you know, until May 21st of this past year for the All-Star race, and obviously Kyle Larson, he's the master of them all when it comes to short tracks. He won the event. The banking here, in the turns, you got 13 degrees, and on the straightaways, it's only a slight 3-degree banking. So as these guys are getting ready to wrap up the qualifying, the practice here, getting going into qualifying, what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to step away and we're going to play our national anthem, come back and see the results of qualifying. Stay tuned. Alrighty, folks, as these guys are now getting into the qualifying session here. Like we got a couple guys out right now. We got Zach, Tyler, Richard, Kyle Camper, James Rader, Jared Washon, and Jake Baker all out on the track right now, putting their warm-up lap in, getting ready to put in a time. As Zach goes around on his first lap there. Here on Jake Baker. Go ahead and show those faces a little bit more instead of the cars tonight. We'll put the cars back up here in a little later on as the race goes on. Right now we got Con sitting up in the first spot as he slams the pit wall with an 1866. Jared in second with a 1871. Erker is now up to second with an 1868. At 39, Autodesk Dodge machine. Costello out here putting a lap and getting loose coming out of turn 4. Looks like he's going to settle in 6th spot with an 1888. Robert Hine out here on the track as well. Looks like he just finished up his time. Josh Corner out here putting in his time in that Under Armour 89 Camry as he's spinning down the front straightaway across the start-finish line. Josh Duke up here. John Deere in the wall. And the Duff Machine 32 machine is actually supposed to be the 28 of Seth Whitworth. He's out here. Let's see what the Duff man can do. It looks like he's already got some Duffs going on the right side. Right now he's sitting back in 18th spot with a 1926. He almost decided to go right into that pit wall. So the only one out here on track right now is Joshua Corner sitting in 19th spot with a 29.97. Looks like that's going to wrap it up for qualifying here. Even though I'm not seeing a time on the ticker. Well, maybe we'll have to wait for one of the admins to advance the session here. There we go. All right, let's dig down to the grid here. So starting on pole here tonight is Tyler Kahn in that 29 machine. Congratulations, Tyler, with an 18.663. Aiden Kirker's in second. Jared Washawn in third. Michael Dorsey in fourth. Zach Lindgren in fifth. Joseph Costello in sixth. Josh Duke in seventh. Daryl Arnold in eighth. Chase Olquette in ninth. Connor Trafari in 10th. Richard Kirker is in 11th. Anthony Colantuno in 12th. In 13th spot, let me go. There we go. 13th spot, we have Jake Baker. 14th, Brian Bick. 15th, James Rader. 16th, Kyle Camper. 17th, Robert Hine. 18th, Seth Wentworth. 19th, Josh Corner. And rounding out the field here tonight on 20th is Paul Reckerly. Just give a little update on the weather here real quick. It's still 85 degrees. Humidity still at 96%. Track temp has gone down 1 degree since we've been live, so it's down to 88 degrees now. Just waiting for everybody getting in their cup cars here and the pace car to take off for us to get underway here. And there goes the pace car as the drivers follow suit right behind them. A little hazy out here for these guys today, but we'll see how they can fare. Here's the blimp. If well, we'll be showing this shot a lot here tonight. As you can see, it is kind of hazy out there. That 96% humidity level does affect the blimp cam. They do get 2 pace laps here. It is considered a short track. So we're just waiting for the pace car to make its turn into 3 and 4, and then diving it off to the safety of pit road, and we'll get this thing underway. And there goes the pace car to the safety of pit road, and the green flag is out. We are underway tonight here at North Wilkesboro for the Iceman's Designs 140 here at North Wilkesboro Speedway. As they completed their first lap there, Tyler Collins in first. Get back here to what's going on back here with, who is that? That would be the 99 of Dorsey on the outside of Chase. Trying to make some moves there on the outside. Back here with the Duff Man and company. Seth has some company going on. Sitting back here with 18th, 19th, and 20th right now. Get back up here to the front. Tyler Kahn still holding off Aiden Kirker. Got Jared Washawn in third, Zach Lindgren in fourth, and Josh Duke in fifth as we got a caution happen. Jake Baker, no! What happened to Jake here? Let's see. Coming down into turn 1 and 2. Everything looks good there. Coming out of turn, he's fine there. Coming out of turn number 4. Just lost it coming out of 4. And that right front is just a little bit roughed up, but you should be all right. Oh, made it 5 laps, folks. For track racing, you will have episodes of that happening. Hopefully Jake get down there, get his car repaired, get back out of her and track, and rebound from his early mishap that he had. Doesn't look like he's going to make his adventure down pit road here. A little scuffed up there on the front bumper. You should be getting the one to go here this time by. If you guys do look up on the left side of the timing screen there, the driver that is highlighted is the driver that I'm on. So if I do not have the driver details up for you, you can look up on the left hand side and it'll let you know what driver I am on. Just to give you guys some more eyes of where I'm at here on the track as far as what driver I'm on. Get back up here to the leader, Tyler Kahn, in that 29 Shell Pennzoil machine. As the pace car is diving it off the pit road. And Tyler Kahn's on the loud pedal and the green flag is back out. We're back underway here. Lap 9 of 140 for the Iceman Designs 140 here at North Wilkesboro. A lot of side-by-side racing going on back in through here as we get up closer to the front here with Chase and Costello. Costello's into the wall down the front straightaway. And you got Chase and Duke, Duke and Zach going at it right in front of them as well. So multiple battles going on as Chase and Zach were able to get that battle taken care of, but now you got Josh and Zach battling it out. Looks like Chase is taking, he preferred to be on the outside, or maybe not, maybe he's just playing games right now. Because Connor's coming up through the field now. He's made his way up to 9th, he's up 8th, up 2 spots. And he, as of right now, is tied for the biggest. Well, Chase is up 3 spots. These guys are just going at it. There's these two here, single file, Aiden Kirk or Tyler Kahn. Tyler Kahn's led every lap here so far. 13 laps, soon to be 14. Then you got a little bit of gap here to Jared and Zach, Josh Duke. They were able to settle their battle. But now Chase is trying to put some pressure there on the number 32 machine and John Deere machine. Back here to Daryl and that 6 machine. That Halo. Getting some pressure there from that 98 machine at Anthony Colantuno. I know I'm butchering the last part of his last name, but that's the best I can do with it right now. A lot of single file going on right now. These guys are getting spread out, taking it easy right now. They don't really want to race each other hard. They just want to try to get a long run in here. Kyle Camper here, sitting back in 16th spot, unchanged from where he started. but he's getting some pressure from the Duff man in that 32 machine. Well, actually a 28 machine of Seth. And Seth's getting passed by the number 22 of Paul, or Paul's trying to anyway. Seth is making that outside line work. As 22 got loose going in, getting in. Oh, got into the 32. Oh, let's go back and see what happened here. Connor Trifari, what happened to him? Is this what brought the caution out? Like they're in turn 3 and 4 here. Costello got loose. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's just a chain reaction, and Richard just had nowhere to go. Got into the rear end of Connor. But it doesn't look like anybody has heavy damage. As pretty much everybody's coming, well, as I say that, these guys stayed out. But we got Tyler Kahn, Michael Dorsey, Daryl, Connor, Richard, Anthony, James, Seth, Joshua, and Paul all down pit road. Let's see here. I can do this real quick. Not in here. Well, to avoid being interviewed, the best way to avoid being interviewed is not to be in Discord. Way to go. That's one good way to avoid it. I gotta pick on Robert. Alright guys, we're one lap to green here. Aiden's now at the top spot. Jared's on the outside of him in second, Zach third, Chase fourth, and Josh Duke rounding out your top 5 as we get ready to go back green. Get ready to take lap 24 of 140 here. Waiting for that pace car to dive off. There goes the pace car, and Aiden's on the loud pedal, and we are back green flag racing here at North Wilkesboro Speedway. Like Jared's getting some pressure, well, and actually Chase is getting some pressure from the 85 of Zach as that starts to calm down, but now Josh is on the outside. And that's not going to work for him. He's going to lose a couple spots there as he's going to fall back. And here comes Daryl. He's up to 7th spot. And we got 3 wide going on back here, guys. We got a cluster going on over here. There's only so much room, guys. These guys are racing like it's the last 2 laps of the race. Richard Kirker, Jake Baker. Jake Baker's falling back a couple spots here. He's now in the battle with that 98 machine. Oh! Oh, we caught that. Oh. See here what happened. Looked like somebody drove it in a little bit too hot. Actually, coming down the front straightaway going into turn number 1 here. Richard just got loose. At the same time this was happening, gotta go back and see. get on that 28 machine of Seth. Okay, I thought he drove it in hot and everyone was just checking up in front of him. Okay. My apologies, Seth. Okay, get back alive now. Well, let's go ahead and let's pull up one of the guys here real quick. Hey, Daryl Arnold, Dennis Ansman up in the booth. You got a copy?
What's up, Dennis? I got you.
Well, Daryl, it looks like it's been an eventful race so far. Go ahead, talk about the struggle. What are you guys fighting with down there?
Ooh, well, I mean, it looks like we got some fog here. I know that's humidity, so that's making things a little interesting. But so far, everybody seems to be behaving. Tires make all the difference. I came in on the last stop, took 4, was able to pass 2 or 3 people there within a couple laps of going green. So we'll see how that shakes out here a little bit later.
Well, you know, you thought about tires or everything. You think you got something for these guys later on in the race?
I don't know, man. Right now I'm in survival mode and see where the chips fall towards the end.
All right. Well, we'll go ahead and let you get back down to your team there, Daryl. Good luck to you, and hopefully we'll see you here in the top 3, if not in victory lane here tonight.
Thank you, Dennis. Take care.
You too. All right, guys. That's Daryl. Daryl is of Black Cloud Racing. He is also the ISRL team admin, so guys get ready to go back green. Tyler Kahn's back up in the front. Pace car dabs off. And the green is back out in the air, and we are back underway, coming to lap 33 of 140. Oh, lap 32, sorry. '92 of Brian Bick sitting right here in 11th spot right now. Got a battle going on between Jake Baker and Kyle Camper. Oh, and that 72 Josh Corner got loose. 4 wide coming out of 2. Oh my. Nobody wrecked. They were 4 wide, folks. There was not an inch left on that track. They're 3 wide now back here. These guys are getting it. I don't think I've ever seen 4 wide at North Wilkesboro Speedway. But these guys made it happen. We caught that live. Truly amazing. Get back up here. Connor's putting some pressure on the leader, Tyler. And we got a wreck back there with Costello. Let's see what happened here between these guys. Looks like Daryl's right behind him. Going into turn number 1 and just, Daryl had the fresher tires, it looked like, and Costello just had to check up a little bit longer, and Daryl was not expecting that, and unfortunately got into Joseph, and around Joseph went. Well, guys, here's the updated weather information. It's now the humidity is up to 97%. The air temp still at 85, and the track temp went back up to 89. So that humidity and that track is probably affecting them a little bit. Not really the track so much. I mean, 89 track temp's not that bad. I've seen a lot hotter. But with the old pavement and these Gen 4 Cup cars, they are a handful just to begin with. So waiting for these guys here. As Aiden is sitting back here right now in 16th spot. He made the pit stop there on the last caution. And back here with that 93 of Richard Kirker. I mean, I think you guys could put 2 to 2 together. 93-39. All right, 1 to go. Tyler Collins getting ready to bring us back to green flag racing. As soon as that pace car dives off to the safety of pit road once more to end our 4th caution here of the night. There goes the pace car, and there goes Tyler off. Back underway here. And it looks like Michael Dorsey's getting some pressure from Darrell there. Darrell's on the inside, coming out of turn 2. All right, folks. My SDK froze up real quick. We have another caution. Let's see here. Was it for... Oh, the 22 and the 60 go around. Well, that's the 5th caution of the night, folks. Short track racing. You're going to have it, especially early on in the race. Everybody's trying to get their position. Hopefully it'll settle down here as the race goes on. These guys will let the car come to them instead of trying to outdo the car, and vice versa. But right now, even with the 5 caution, these guys are putting on a very, very good show. This is a tough track to race on. As anybody would know, anybody that's out there on iRacing, they've ever raced on this track, whether it be the Gen 4 or even the next gen cars, they don't even have the horsepower these cars have, and it's still a struggle to race on this track. So these guys are doing a phenomenal job with the 750 horsepower they got under the hoods of these cars. Well, guys, before they go back green flag racing, if you have not yet already, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and don't forget to hit that notification bell. That way you get informed anytime Extreme Racing TV goes live for the ISRL League here on iRacing. As the pace car dives off to the safety of pit road once more, we are back underway. Green flag racing. Tyler gets a good jump on the restart. Now you got Dorsey there on the bottom of Connor coming out of turn 2. Got battles going on everywhere here on the restart. Everybody's trying to get everything they can before you get single file. And now you got Darrell stuck on the outside. Got Jared there on the inside of him. 3 wide just for a brief second. Now Darrell is sitting back in 7th. Chase here in 6th spot right now. He's chasing down the 27 machine of Jared. Here's Tyler Kahn. He still got a little bit of a gap over Trafari there in 2nd, and Dorsey's in 3rd, right nipping on Trafari's tails. Get back here to Jake Baker in 11th spot. Getting ready to crack the top 10. He's trying to chase down the 32 of Josh Duke, but Josh is getting around the 91. of Kyle Camper. Now a lot of single file going on within. Oh, as the 98 gets loose coming out of turn 4. Save it, and he saves it, keeps it off the wall. Excellent driving there by the 98 machine, Anthony Colantuno. Amazing save there. Keeps us under green flag conditions. We're at lap 51 of 140 here for the Iceman Designs 140 here at North Wilkesboro Speedway. Three wide here between Aiden, Baker, and Costello. That lasted a brief second, but we caught that. Looked like Kyle Camper was getting loose on entry. Costello's all over the back of, here we go, three wide again. These guys ain't scared to take it three wide at a short track. Aiden's cruising his way back up through the field, back up to 10th spot. Looks like Kyle's having some issues right now. I don't know if he's just trying to get away from everyone, like, let me get my wits about me here. Oh, Jake Baker locks his brakes up getting into turn number 1. Trying to avoid getting into Kyle. Good job avoiding Kyle. We got battles going on back here with Corner and Robert Hine. We got a battle here for 4th spot right now as Jared and Chase are going at it. Jared's riding that outside line. Chase is down at the bottom. And it looks like Jared's able to prevail on that. And here comes Connor putting big pressure there on Tyler Kahn. Kahn's able to get a better run out of turn 2 going into 3. And we got another caution. Paul. What happened to Paul? Unfortunately for him, it's been a rough night for him. As you can tell, the left front's already beat up. And coming out of turn 4, he looks fine there. Getting down into turn 1. Oh, the 72. Well, he didn't wreck. What happened to the 72? The 72 wrecked. And coming down into turn 1, and just wasn't able to stick it on the bottom, and came up on Richard. Richard was coming in a little faster than him and got into him, unfortunately. So that will bring out our 6th caution of the night. Let's see here if Dorsey comes down pit road. I don't think he will. Oh, let's see if we can get him up here in the... Hey, Michael Dorsey, Dennis Hansman up in the broadcast booth. You got a copy?
Yep, got a copy.
Well, Michael, it looks like it's been a little bit of a rough start for you guys here. Lap 60 of 140, already 6 cautions. What do you think it's going to take here to make it to the end?
Hopefully we just stay where we're at. There's different tire strategies going on right now and pitting strategies. So we've had 2 spins in front of us. We've got a little bit of damage on the nose. We'll see what happens. We got our teammate Jared behind us. He's super fast, and Aiden Kirker back in third. He's our teammate as well. So we're not going to push it too hard. Just try to keep the nose clean and try to get out with the top 5 tonight. This is a tough race.
Yeah, it is for sure, man. We'll go ahead and let you go. Get back to green flag race, and good luck to you.
All right, thank you.
All right, that was Michael Dorsey, everybody part of Elite Motorsports. Aiden Kirker, Anthony, Jared, Michael, and Zach are all part of that. As the pace car dives off to the safety of pit road, and Michael was on the loud pedal. We were back underway, green flag racing, as somebody got loose on the restart. I think that was Zach. But everybody was able to keep it under control. You got Richard Kirker here on the outside of Josh Duke here for 10th spot. Almost 3 wide coming out of turn 4 back there with Brian Bick and company. These restarts are crazy. Close side-by-side racing, almost into the back bumper of Costello is Chase. Hey, Clinton, why are you out here racing tonight? As we're pushing 3 wide here. 3 wide in the turns. Coming out of turn 2, they were able to get back under 2 wide. I think you want to go 3 wide out of the turns, not in the turns, just saying. But these guys have been doing a great job with the 3 wide and not wrecking. Up here to Aiden Kirker, putting pressure on his teammate Michael Dorsey now. Jack in third. Right now you got Elite 1, 2, 3. And then 4th spot you got Turn 2 Performance. As I say that, he's trying to take over third. To break up the Elite Motorsports 1, 2, 3 run they got going on right now. Close side-by-side racing into turn number 1. And it looks like Tyler's able to get that 3rd spot. Now he's wanting to get that 2nd spot, but he's having to check up being on that bottom. Not able to get a good run coming out of the turn there. Got really a big group here from Tyler Kahn all the way to Costello here. The top 9, you could pretty much throw a blanket around all 9 of them. It's a 2.5 gap back to Brian Bick here in 10th spot. These guys are racing like it's a super speedway, side by side, through the turns, down the straightaways. Somebody's getting loose coming out of 4, though. Tyler Kahn's worked his way back up to the front. This guy is a man on a mission here tonight, folks. It looks like if anyone's going to win the race tonight, they got to find a way to beat Tyler Kahn. And Chase is looking to be that person right now. As it looks like now, finally, the top 9 are finally getting it situated. As Michael Dorsey's fell back all the way to 6th spot. Restarted first. Go ahead real quick. Let's go ahead and do a cockpit with Costello. He got loose. He got loose. Actually do a gyro. There we go. Got loose again, riding the wall going into turn 1. Gives you an idea how tough this track is to race. You got to race not only the track, but you got to race the drivers around you too. Dorsey's losing another spot. Jared's taking over. Got a 6th spot. Dorsey's down to 7th now. And getting pressure from Zach, as Zach is going to get around him for 7th. So Dorsey's falling all the way back to 8th spot. And Costello's rounding out your top 10 here. But right now, Tyler Kahn's got not a big gap, but he's got a couple car lengths over Chase. Which I guess you consider at a short track is a comfortable lead. We get back here to 3rd spot with Josh Duke and Connor Trafari in 4th. Those two, Connor's trying to find his way to get around Josh there in 3rd. Tyler's slowly making that gap bigger over Chase in 2nd. And almost turned Josh Duke there. Looked like Connor was getting a good run coming out of 4 and just misjudged it. But fortunately, nobody wrecked. They both raced for another day in the same spots they were prior to that incident. We get back here to Michael Dorsey. Brian Bick is under pressure from the 60 car of Costello. And it looked like Darrell is getting pressure from Kyle Camper, or was. Looks like we might, thought we were going to have some 3 wide there for a minute. There we go. There's the 3 wide. Oh, 69's in the wall. Robert Hine. Kissed the wall. That was more than a kiss, though. That was more like a slap. Slapped his right front right up on that wall. Ron still slowly making that gap bigger. Now low over a half a second. You can see the lead decrease on the straightaway, in the turn, and then on the straightaway it picks back up. But as I say that, Chase had a good back straightaway. It looked like maybe Tyler has a better front straightaway speed than a back straightaway speed. We'll see how that plays out. We got Duke in 3rd. Honor's back on him again. And we got another caution. What happened to Robert Hine here? Oh, no. Let's see here. That would be the 29 Seth. We'll go ahead and get a chase view of that. Car chase. And that's hard to judge there. It looked like just maybe Robert thought that he was going to be clear. I don't know, or maybe the 28 thought that he was going to be clear. I don't know. It's one of those that can go either way. But I'm not in that category of judging, so thankfully that's not on my shoulders. Well, folks, I'll step away here real quick. I'll be right back. Go ahead and keep an eye on the leader here real quick, and Alrighty, folks. Get ready for the pace car to dive off to the safety of pit road and get back under green flag racing once more to end our 7th caution of the night. As the pace car dives off and Tyler Kahn is back on the loud pedal, we are back underway, and Josh Duke got loose coming on the restart. And we're 3-4 wide going into turn number 1. It looks like everybody's able to save it. Got chaos all over the track. Looks like everybody was able to get it all figured out here. And Tyler Kahn's like, I am checked out, guys. Bye-bye. He's got over almost a second lead over Kirker in second. But that's starting to come down just a little bit. He was able to take a couple tenths off of that. A couple tenths more now. So something we'll have to keep an eye on as we get back here with Kyle Camper. Josh Duke is now fighting with Josh Corner. Get back up here. Aiden starting to put some pressure onto him. As you can see, last couple laps Kirker's been the quicker one out of the two. Well, yeah, the last 3 laps, Kirker's been quicker than Tyler Kahn. So we'll see how that works here. Because Kirker's right on his tail. Right now, just single file between the top 8. Actually, the top 9. Get back here to Kyle Camper. He's got a little pressure coming on behind him with Josh Corner and Josh Duke. Joshua Corner and Josh Duke. We got J&J going at it. Under Armour John Deere, and we got Jegs going on behind him with Michael Dorsey. You just hear their tires squeal. Aiden Kirker took over the lead from Tyler Kahn. Aiden's up to the point, leading the way. Now, is Tyler going to be able to save anything for Aiden? Or is Aiden just going to drive? Who is that? The 22. Oh. I think he's just trying to let all these guys get around him. Somebody hit the wall. I don't know who that was, but seen anybody dropping down, so must have been just a brush. Right now, just a lot. Oh, we got some side by side here with Joshua Corner and Kyle Camper here for. Oh, Corner into the inside wall there. We caught that live. We're gonna go back. And it looks like coming out of 4, just a little nudge. That's unfortunate for Joshua. He was having a not a great race for him, but he was having a good enough race to salvage a good victory, good finish, not a victory, a good finish to survive. And I think surviving is technically a win here tonight. And he was on pace to do that. Unfortunately, just came up 34 laps short. So hopefully he's just in pit road getting some repairs done. He'll be back out here, try to salvage what he has left of his race night. As Kirker now got over a second lead over Tyler Kahn. Kahn's getting some pressure from Chase there in a 10 machine. And Jared sitting back here in 4th. And Zach Lindgren is rounding out your top 5 here tonight. Oh no, 8 minutes required. Oh, Joshua, we hate to see that, man. Well, unfortunately, you know, short track racing, that's a product of the track. Hopefully next week, man, you can rebound, have yourself a killer race, and put this one in your rearview mirror, man. That's definitely not a good way to have your race end. I hate that. You were having a pretty good race too. Trying to keep my eye out here on the top, well, between 3rd and 7th. Well, actually 6th. It looks like these guys are about to take it 3 wide here at any moment. Somebody's in the wall again. There's been a lot of that going on tonight. A lot of people brushing the wall. That might have been Connor. Well, what isn't your top 10 tonight might be your victory next week. So just remember that. Sometimes you need to have a bad night to get triumph. I've been through that myself plenty of times. Let me tell you, it's very frustrating as a driver. That's why I'm glad I'm up here watching it all, because I would be a nervous wreck down there on the track. Kirker's almost got a 2-second lead now over second place Tyler Kahn. And these two are going back and forth, Brian Bick and Josh Duke. And this is for 10th spot right now. Got Anthony behind them two going, just come on, somebody make a mistake, or both of you make a mistake so I can get those 2 spots. Got Connor up here to 6th. We got a caution. Is that for Kyle Camper? See here what happened to Kyle. Yep. Got turned around there. And that would be our yellow flag there, folks. That brings us up to our 8th caution, and as I feared, everybody on the lead lap's coming down pit road. Well, I thought everybody. I don't know. Well, we're down to 22 laps to go, folks. Jake Baker right now in the lead. Did not pit. Second spot, you got Aiden Kirker. Third, Chase Paulquette. And fourth, you got Jason Washon. And rounding out your top 5 is Zach Lindgren. And man, I know the struggle, Joshua. It took me 3 years to get a league win. Well, official league win. I've had expedition. Not expedition. I haven't had official league wins. I've had dual wins, I guess you could call them. But I have not had. It took me 3 years to get an actual league win. So I understand the struggle, man. It does suck. But trust me, when you do get it, it is very well worth it. All the anguish, all the sorrow, all the pain's gone. It just disappears. It's like a weight lifted off your shoulders. Alright, so Jake did finally come down pit road. So now we got Aiden Kirker in first. Jay second, Zach third, Jared fourth. Connor rounding out your top 5. Yeah, for sure, man. It is definitely just short track race. And like I said, next week, man, hopefully you'll bounce back, have yourself a good race. If not a victory, maybe a top 5, maybe a top 3. As we're back underway, Aiden chose the outside. Pretty good. Oh, there goes Chase. Oh, no. Let's see if I can get on that. Actually, let's do a far chase on this one. As we take the green flag. Just got loose going into 1. And then we got ourselves an old-fashioned parking lot. Actually, it was smaller than I thought it was going to be. It's a parking lot you see on Sunday morning before church gets out. Yeah, you guys are definitely having some good battles there. There's been a lot of good battles here going out through the night. Wait till after the broadcast. Go back and catch the 4 wide that I caught live. Good Lord, I don't know how nobody wrecked on the 4 wide. That was just amazing. Right now we got Jared on pit road, James on pit road, and Corner still getting his required taken care of. Oh, I'm not gonna give any secrets out then when I'm broadcasting of what's going on. You got it live right beside you. No, I'm just kidding. Alrighty, folks. 1 to go here. Couple lap cars getting the wave around. Looks like Aiden's choosing the outside once more. Connor's going to be in second on the inside. And Daryl third. Michael Dorsey fourth. Tyler Kahn in fifth. As the pace car is off, and we are back underway, and we are wrecking again. Who was that? It looked like it was the 60 car. That would be Costello. Looked like he just got loose. Probably just spun his tires. Let's do a cockpit. Yep, that's all it was. Spun his tires and lost it. All it was. Down to 10 laps to go here tonight, folks. These guys are trying to get everything they can get. That's what we're seeing. That's why we're seeing what we're seeing now at the end of the race here. Product short track racing, and these Gen 4 cars with the high horsepower. Try to put all that power down on the pavement. That's not going to stick. That's going to happen. And Jared made another pit stop. Trying to get as much of that damage he can get fixed. Now I got Costello down pit road. He's probably going to take 4 tires, I would imagine. No, doesn't look like he's taking any tires, just getting that damage replaced. Well, not replaced, fixed. You got to replace to be a fast repair. Should be getting the one to go here. And Aiden's going to take the inside this time. He's playing tricks on everybody, broadcaster included here. Chase is looking for a three-peat here. But right now he's sent back in 15th. So it's not looking like he's going to be able to complete a three-peat sweep. Say that 4 times fast. As the pace car dives off the pit road one more time, and we are back underway. 7 more laps to go here for the Iceman Designs 140 at North Wilkesboro Speedway. As Connor's putting pressure on the outside with Aiden Kirker. Down the back straightaway into turn number 3. And we got Michael Dorsey going around. And that'll bring out another caution. And we'll get on Mike Dorsey here. Coming out of turn 2, everything looks good. It's going into 3 here. And could be a product of newer tires, older tires. I mean, end of the race, everybody's getting what they can get. As Michael Dorsey's down pit road, as well as Zach, James, Jared. Yeah, I'm so glad I don't have to make a pit stop on this. These cars are like right on top of each other. Alrighty, folks. Well, you know what that means. We are officially under a GWC 1 of 3. So far, we've had 11 cautions. For probably 30-some laps. Figure 2 laps of caution. Unless there's a lap car, then there's 3. So, just doing an average. As the sun now comes out here for the final part of the race. Been waiting to see that baby all race long. And 1 to go this time by, and Aiden's going to take the outside this time. Change it up on Connor. This is the man I keep an eye on right now. He's been quiet all race long. Just look at his picture. He's got the eyes. But I'm coming for it. So we'll see if he's able to do that here as the pace car dives off to the safety of pit road. And Aiden Kirk is back on the loud pedal. Green flag's back out in the air. Green flag attempt 1 of 3. Well, green white checker attempt 1 of 3. As Aiden slowly getting a little bit of a gap over Trifari. Coming out of turn number 4, white flags out. This is it, the final lap here for the Iceman Designs 140. And Aiden Kirker, all he's got to do is a smooth 3 and 4 here coming out of turn number 4. And he is going to have it. And he's going to win it here doing a slide job coming out of 4. You got Aiden Kirker, Connor Trifari, and Josh Duke rounding out your top 3 here this evening. What we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to step away, get the top 3 up here in the booth, give them an interview for their hard-fought race, and get their thoughts and opinions. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Alrighty, folks, welcome back. We have found our top three, and we managed to get them into the waiting room. So what we're going to go ahead and do right now is pull up the third place finisher here. And Josh Duke. Josh, Dennis up in the broadcast booth. Do you have a copy?
I do.
Well, Josh, it looked like it was a struggle at times for you guys, but man, you found your way up to third here tonight here for the Gen 4 throwback to North Wilkesboro. Go ahead and talk about your race, man.
Yeah, it was a complete struggle the whole night. I don't even, to be honest, I can't even remember the beginning of the race and how that went, but I just know, I got up there, got up front. That one time I spun my tires on the restart. I had it saved, and then, when you're all the way up there, people behind you, it's just hard for them. I don't put it on anyone behind them. Running into me, I apologize to them. I got some damage, was stuck in the back. Got a caution that worked to my benefit. I took some tires, fixed a little bit of damage. Then just everything fell into place. I found myself up front and, pulled off the third place finish.
Yeah, you talk about not remembering the beginning of the race. I don't remember the beginning of the race, but there was one part of the race that towards the back of the field, it was 4 wide. In the turn. So, yeah, that got me on the edge of my seat right there. There was some great racing. There were hiccups throughout the race, don't get me wrong, but all in all, there was a lot of great racing out here tonight. 4 wide. There were a lot of 3 wide here tonight, which I was surprised to see that. Talk about, just what was the biggest struggle for you as far as with the combination of the car in this track?
So 1 and 2, I didn't really struggle too bad. That one, of course, I made mistakes entering because it's so you have to hit it perfect. But 3 and 4, I just couldn't, get it down the whole race, and that's where I was losing all my time. Then having, being in traffic, you guys, the outside sometimes gets a run, sometimes the inside. I don't know. There's just many lanes here.
Yeah, it sure seemed that way. It seemed like one lap the outside would be good, and then the next lap would be the inside line. It was just weird how the track would race here tonight. But congratulations on your third place finish. As we finish up here with a short track, we're going over to a 1.5 miles next week. Charlotte. One of my favorite tracks on iRacing. Man, what are your thoughts about going into Charlotte here next week?
So that's probably one of my better tracks outside of short tracks. So just hoping I can rally something up next week. I need a couple good points races. I've been stuck beginning of this season in the back recently.
Well, you definitely had a good points race here tonight. And definitely looking forward to see what you bring next week at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Before we let you go, any final thoughts, shout outs you want to give?
Yeah, I just want to thank Black Cloud Racing for allowing me to race for them. Gotta thank you for the amazing broadcast week, and thank Aiden for running this league, all the admins who make it happen. And yeah.
All right, Josh. Well, we'll go ahead and let you go here. Go ahead and celebrate your P3 here this evening. Congratulations, man. Can't wait to see what you bring next week here at Charlotte.
Thank you.
All righty, folks. That was Josh Duke. Now what we'll go ahead and do is get our second place finisher up here. And that would be the number 9 machine of Connor Trafari. Let's go ahead and grab him. If it'll work for me here. Hey, Connor Trafari, Dennis Ansman up in the broadcast booth. Do you have a copy?
What's up?
What's up, Connor? Well, congratulations, man, on your top two finish here tonight. Finishing second spot here. Go ahead, talk about your race tonight. It seemed like it was an up and down night for you.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, like in practice, I think I was like down like by like the bottom of the charts. I was almost about like just starting park it just because I honestly kind of hate this track. At least the last time I did in the 87s, I was just not good at all. But once I qualified decent, I actually kind of decided to stick through it, and I tried to really just save my tires a lot because I knew that it would matter here because at least we could have gone a lot of long runs, which we did at some points. And I think I kind of worked my way up to like I don't know, like top 5, and then I think I spun with Joe, I think. So that shot me down the leaderboard. I pit for tires and through a bunch of just pit strategy and just taking tires, I eventually just like kind of snuck my way up to like the top 6. And then whenever they wrecked on like that one of the late cautions, I kind of snuck my way up to second. And I don't know, I was just trying to battle with Aiden on the restarts, but you really can't do a whole lot whenever the leader has control. You have to have multiple laps to catch him.
Yeah, and it seemed like the restarts, that's where all the chaos would ensue. As far as like the battles with the 2-3, I mean, we even had a couple 4-wide battles. I even caught one live. It seemed like everybody was trying to get what they can get on the restarts, and it was like no holds bar. Everything was off the table. Everybody was going after whatever they wanted, and that's just the product of these cars and the combination of this track. Was this race what you expected it, as far as how it went?
Kind of, yeah. I kind of expected just like a race of the bomb lines, the key line, maybe like the middle line a little bit in turn 1, 2. But really just kind of waiting for people to make mistakes and definitely being really aggressive on the restarts. Like I knew one time I was stuck behind Daryl, who was on older tires, and I lost probably about like 3 or 4 spots because I couldn't find a way around them because the lines kind of train up against you whenever you're in a slower line just because they need all the positions they can get. So yeah, honestly, kind of what I expected out of a short track race for sure.
Yeah, and it did seem like at times it was hard to really get around somebody. It seemed like if you wanted to do that, it seemed like at times it was the outside, and other times it would be the inside. That it just really depended on the lap, really. But as we transfer from a short track, technically, going in next week to Charlotte Motor Speedway, a 1.5 mile track, high speeds. I mean, these Gen 4 cars, this is where they're going to shine. Go ahead and talk about, what are your expectations going in next week?
I don't know. I'm not really good at Charlotte in those cars, but I assume the high line's going to be probably the key line, at least in these cars, if you're trying to make up speed. Bottom line's going to be for saving for sure. So I definitely think I'd expect a lot of 2-wide racing until the long runs kick in, and then it might be whoever picks a line that'll be faster for them. But I don't know. It should be a fun track to race at least.
Oh, it definitely is going to be fun. I can't wait for you guys to get out there on the track and race them up. But before we go ahead and let you go and celebrate your second place victory here tonight, any final thoughts or shout outs you want to give?
Yeah, I'll give a shout out to my only sponsor on the car, Lot 9 Brewing. It's a brewery down here in Bluffton, South Carolina. Open for about 3 years now. So if you ever come down here, come visit. Very good beer. I don't really have any teammates this race. None of them showed up, but thanks to you for the broadcast, like always. Aiden for putting on the league. Daryl, Kyle, Ryan, Rick, all the admins, just for all the help they put into this league. And yeah, I'll see you next week.
All right, Connor. Well, congratulations on your P2 once again, man. I can't wait to see what you bring out to the track next week at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Congratulations, and have fun celebrating your second place here tonight.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. All right, everybody, that was Connor Trafari. And now, last but certainly not least, what we'll go ahead and do is pull up the winner of tonight's race, and that would be Aiden Kirker. There we go. All right, Aiden Kirker, Dennis Hansman up in the broadcast booth. Do you have a copy?
Yep, I got you.
Well, Aiden, it seemed like it was a battle there, especially early on in the race between you and Tyler Kahn. Seemed like you guys were going back and forth there. Pit strategy seemed like it was going to play a factor. And then, like, all chaos broke out after that. Go ahead and talk about your race, man. What was your strategy going into it, and did it go according to your expectations?
Well, the strategy was just keep all the fenders on the car, and I feel like we did that. I tore the right side off of the thing early into the race, but we started up front, pitted, went to the back, had to race our way up back to the front, and I finally learned my lesson and took 2 tires on that last stop and defended against everyone else taking them. So that's kind of what ended up winning us the race, but just survived, I guess. That's all I really can say is just managed to survive the chaos that ensued. So.
Yeah, and it seems to be that, kind of survival of the fittest when it comes to short tracks. Not only short tracks, but super speedways as well. Seems like those 2 styles of track, they have that one thing in common. You got to survive. And you definitely did do that here tonight. But, with the chaos of the cautions, the heat cycles of the tires off and on, what was your strategy or how to take tires and when to take tires?
It was really just try to space it out so we at least was set at the end. I feel like we took them a little too early the first time. We probably could have gone another 10 laps, and then the second time it was perfect. But it was really just Jared said it best. He was in our team chat. He said it's really going to come down to who takes the tires last and who gets in front last. So it really was just putting yourself in position to do that, because just the way the season's gone with the restarts, it's been very uncharacteristic of these guys in this league to have these green white checkers consistently. But we just figured, we should probably game plan for it just in case, and that's what we did, and it turned out being that way. So just doing that worked out pretty well.
Yeah, and I will say I gotta give props to these guys tonight. I mean, it was a rough race, but I've never seen 4 wide at North Wilkesboro Speedway and nobody wreck in a turn. And we caught that live here tonight, and it was truly poetry in motion. It was awesome to see that. So there's hope. There's something to build on from there, especially moving on from a short track like North Wilkesboro over to Charlotte Motor Speedway next week. 1.5-mile track, big wide track. Well, not the turns, but just back straight away. You go 6 wide. Go ahead and talk about what are you looking forward going into Charlotte next week?
Probably to not be as close to everyone. These guys, they got so much potential to run a really good race. We've seen it in the past. I mean, hell, they ran Daytona with only 2 cautions and had a lot of cars run at the end. So I feel like Charlotte's a good place where we can really get our footing in as a group and, get away from all this chaos that we've had from, the end of Phoenix to Auto Club and North Wilkesboro. And I hate to be, harsh on, the drivers and stuff. I just know that they are better and can run these races a lot more clean. And, Charlotte's a place where they are going to it's a place where they definitely can be able to do that. And thanks to Joey Costello, we actually got $20 on the line to win next week for the Drive to End Suicide 250. It's going to be, I believe, not our longest race of the season, but one of the longer races of the season. Obviously, Daytona is 250 miles, but we're running at 200 mile an hour, so it's gonna feel a lot longer next week. But Charlotte's always a track that's put on amazing racing in this league, so I'm looking forward to that. Looking forward to putting on a show. I personally am not very good at Charlotte. I don't know what it is. I can run these short tracks and road courses and be good at them, and then we can go to the simplest thing in the world, and I'll run like 10th, or if it's a field of 40 cars, I'll probably run toward the middle of it or to the back of it. I'm not very good there, but just hoping for a very impressive show for the broadcast next week.
Yeah, for sure. And even with the struggles here tonight, when you go back and watch it, it was definitely a good show.
Oh yeah, I was trying to make it a good show. When I come back through the field, I was running the third lane coming up. I was like, oh, I hope he's watching this. But
yeah, we were watching you making some moves there on the outside as well. It's like I cannot believe he's making that outside work. But man, definitely looking forward to what you guys are going to bring to the table next week at Charlotte. If it's any taste of what we got here at North Wilkesboro, and when you go back and watch the replay, you'll know what I'm talking about. I cannot wait to see it. But before we go ahead and let you go here this evening, Aiden, any final thoughts or shout-outs you want to give?
I just want to thank the admins for helping run this show. Kyle, Daryl, Ryan, my dad. I was forgetting someone there, and of course it was my father. That's not good.
Yeah, you don't want to forget him.
No,
he'll wreck your next race.
Yeah, he'll turn the Wi-Fi off next race, so I can't race. Thank everybody for showing up. I know last 3 weeks have had some rough moments, but I am confident that we will get it together. Obviously, like you said, there was some good points in this race, like running 4 wide, 3 wide. That doesn't really happen a lot, and to do it clean, that just shows the potential everyone's got. And I know they'll harness it. It's been a little bit of a rough start, but all the drivers out there, I got faith in you. I know I kind of ripped you a new one this race, but we'll get it together. We'll put on a good show, and we'll make it enjoyable for all the drivers racing and everyone to watch. And I have confidence it'll start next week.
All right, Aiden. Well, we'll go ahead and let you go and celebrate your victory here tonight. Congratulations once again, and we cannot wait to see you all next week at Charlotte Motor Speedway.
Thank you. Have a good one.
You too. Alrighty, folks. And that will wrap up our top 3 finishers here tonight. What we're going to go ahead and do now is go through the finishing order. Whoa. That's not what I wanted. I wanted results. I clicked on the wrong button, folks. Alrighty. First place, we got Aiden Kirker. Congratulations once again on your victory. Second place, Connor Trafari. Third, we got Josh Duke. Fourth, finishing with a top 5 here tonight, Daryl Arnold. Congratulations to Daryl on his top 5 victory here this evening. Fifth place, we got Anthony Colantuno. I know. Look, I got it 80% correct, okay? I'll work on the other 20. Sixth place, we got Jake Baker. Seventh, Brian Bick. Eighth, Tyler Kahn. Ninth, Seth Wentworth. 10th, Joseph Costello rounding out the top 10 here this evening. In 11th spot, we got Robert Hine. 12th, Chase Paquette. I'll get that right. That's probably about 45% right. 13th, Zach Lindgren. 14th, Kyle Camper. 15th, Paul Reckley. 16th, Jared Washon. 17th, Michael Dorsey. 18th, Richard Kirker. 19th, James Rader. And rounding out the field here tonight with a disappointing finish for him, Joshua Corner. But I'm sure next week he'll bounce back for sure. Next week's Charlotte Motor Speedway, so it's going to be a good race for these guys. I expect James Rader and Joshua Corner to bounce back and have themselves, if not a top 10, a top 5 here next week. So, well, folks, that is going to do it for me here tonight. As always, it is Dennis Ansman up in the booth. Can't wait to see you guys next Tuesday night. We're going to be at Charlotte Motor Speedway for the ISRL League race number 5, season 4. Until next Tuesday, folks, have a good night. Take care of one another. And go racing.